Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to see the part 3 of the story, The Smiling Gift from the River. Wait, have you watched the part 1 and part 2 of this story yet? No? Don't worry, I'll give you the link to part 1 and part 2 of this story in the description below. Go, check it out. If you have watched those 2 parts, then this video is for you. Come on, let's go! The Smiling Gift from the River, Part 3. When Julie said she wanted to ask James something, anything, said James. Can you please take care of Jade if I die? Said Julie. No, you won't die. Don't lose your hope. You should live for Jade, said James. Yes, but I don't think I can live anymore unless a miracle happens. I'm losing my strength every day. I try to look strong for Jade. I want Jade to have a happy life even if I die. But I don't know what God has in mind for me. If God wants me to live, He'll strengthen me and I'll overcome death, said Julie. Yes, whatever. Just don't lose your hope, said James, because he doesn't believe in God or in miracles. However, he wants her to live, but he lost his hope seeing her condition. He tried his best to give her hope. Then she asked him another thing, saying, I want one more thing to ask you. He nodded. She said, Can you please not tell Jade that I found him at the river? Does your mom know about it? Did you tell her? Asked Julie. No, I didn't tell her. She doesn't know that. He is your own son. I won't tell him either, answered James. I trust you, said Julie. Jade went to his room and shut his door and prayed to God on his knees. He cried and prayed, saying, God, I don't know you or your power, but if you are true, then give me my mom back. Please, God, please heal my mother. Please do this one thing for me. Then I'll know you're true. Then I'll be grateful to you forever. As he was praying, he felt like he was comforted. A great peace surrounded his heart. His heavy burden was lightened. His hope revived. He was sure his mother would live again. His joy brightened his face. He ran out in joy to see her. When he came there, James was not there. He saw her face. Her gloomy face had turned into a bright face. She was sleeping. He looked at her face and smiled. Then he returned to his room to do his homework. His dullness has changed into excitement. He did his homework with a peaceful heart. He went to bed and slept peacefully. After some time, Julie woke up. When she saw Jade was not around, she wondered what he was doing in his room. She called, Jade, Jade, are you asleep? She called him several times, but he wasn't responding. So she thought to herself, he must be asleep. That night passed quietly. The next day, James got up from bed and went to check on Julie. He looked at her with a big, bright smile. She was awake at that time and smiled back. Did you go to bed early yesterday? She asked in a concerned way. Yes, Mom. Okay, boy, come here. I think my fever has gone down and I feel better now. I want to get up. What? He ran and helped her to get up. Finally, she stood up. It is a miracle, she said to him. Yes, indeed, said Jade. She walked here and there. She told him that she got a new strength and that she felt very healthy. Jade was surprised. Julie walked towards him and hugged him. Yes, Mom, your fever has gone down and now you can walk. You're healthy, said Jade in a very excited tone of voice. Yes, dear, said Julie. Okay, hurry up. You're going to be late for school. I'll prepare the breakfast. Are you sure, Mom? Take a rest. Mrs. Bella and James will be here soon. No, Jade, I can't take rest anymore. I've been doing nothing for a long time, and now it's the right time to do things right. I should prepare breakfast before Mrs. Bella and James arrive. Okay, Mom, as you wish, said Jade. Mrs. Bella is James' mother. Jade hurried to his room. Julie made the bed and took off the sheets and put it in the laundry basket. After a warm shower, she felt even better. Then she prepared breakfast. The aroma of the delicious food filled the house. There came Mrs. Bella. She loved the pleasant smell and said to herself, "Someone's here." Julie heard a knock at the door. Expecting Mrs. Bella and James, she opened the door. As she was expecting, Mrs. Bella was at the door, but James was not there. "Come on in," said Julie. Mrs. Bella seemed very shocked as she was not expecting Julie. "Julie, how are you feeling?" asked Mrs. Bella. "Yes, I'm all right. My fever has gone down. I feel healthy," said Julie. "Oh dear, I'm so happy that you're good," said Mrs. Bella. Looking at the food on the table, she asked, "Did you prepare breakfast all by yourself?" At that time, Jade came out wearing his uniform and was ready for school. "Yes, she did," said Jade. "Wonderful," said Mrs. Bella. "Where is Uncle James?" asked Jade. "He'll be here any minute," answered Mrs. Bella. "Come on, we'll all have breakfast together," said Julie. Then they heard a knock at the door. "I'll get it," said Jade and ran towards the door. Jade opened the door expecting James with a big smile and said, "Hi!" As he was expecting, it was James. James hadn't seen Jade happy for a long time. "Hello, Jade," said James in a happy tone of voice. When he saw Julie, who was sitting with a bright face, he couldn't believe his eyes. "Hey, how are you feeling?" asked James in a tone of surprise. "Better," said Julie. "I can tell that," said James. "Is something happened to you? You were like so sick yesterday," said James. "Yeah, it's a miracle," answered Jade. Everyone laughed. "Okay, come on, let's all have breakfast together," said Julie as she was laughing. "Sure," said James. After having breakfast, Jade kissed Julie on the cheek and said, "I'm off to school. Bye, everyone." "Take care, Jade," said Mrs. Bella. "Bye," waved James. Then he left. Then they all talked about Jade while eating. As time went on, James bid them goodbye and set out for home. Mrs. Bella stayed a little longer. Julie asked where James was going to Mrs. Bella as James left in a hurried way. Mrs. Bella said, since he is a good chess player, many kids would come home to learn chess. First, he refused to teach them, But the kids convinced him, so he agreed. "Oh, okay," said Julie. "Oh, you are an excellent cook. I love your cooking," complimented Mrs. Bella. "Thank you," said Julie as much. "Okay, dear, it was good seeing you healthy and alive. I've some chores to do at home. I'll get going," said Mrs. Bella. "I should thank you. Thank you so much for your help and taking care of me, and especially Jade when I was sick. I'll never forget your kindness. I really appreciate you coming here, so please come here often," said Julie. "You are like my daughter. It was the least I could do. I'll visit you often. Likewise, you should also come to our place, okay?" said Mrs. Bella. "Sure," said Julie. Then she left. Julie was so happy about everything. She felt like she got everything she lost. Then she went to a garden. She saw many empty places there, so she decided to plant more trees. She stayed there some time. Soon she got some ideas. She went out to buy some new seeds and plants. She bought many new fresh seeds. Then she returned home. She waited for Jade. She planned to sow seeds together with Jade. In the evening, Jade got home and called, "Mom, I'm home." "Hi, honey. How was your day?" asked Julie. "Pretty good, actually," said Jade. "My friends and teachers asked me about you, and I told them you're fine. And I learned many new interesting things today, and I'm so eager to do my homework." "Oh, really? That's great," said Julie. "How was your day, Mom?" asked Jade. "Good. I want a surprise for you," said Julie. "Surprise? What is it, Mom?" "Come here. Look, I bought some seeds and plants to grow in our garden, and I bought some really good small flowering plants," said Julie. "Cool. Come on, let's go now," said Jade. "Let's go," said Julie. Julie taught Jade to plant and sow. Jade was very interested. After some hours, they finished planting and was exhausted. Well, Jade wasn't as tired as Julie was. "Tired already?" asked Jade. "Yes, you?" "Not at all," said Jade. "That's fine. Let's go inside," said Julie. They went inside. After some time, Julie went to wash dishes. When Julie was washing the dishes, she heard Jade praying. She walked over to his room and she heard him praying. "Thank you, God. Thank you for giving my mom back. Now I know you were the true God and the only God. I'm grateful," prayed Jade. She was thrilled and happy to know that her son loved her very much. She couldn't hold back her tears. She went back to the kitchen. After some time, she asked if he needs any help with homework. He said no, as he knew how to do it. The next day, after Jade left the house, Julie went to Mrs. Bella's and gave her some fruits. When she saw Mrs. Bella was very upset. Julie asked, "What happened? Where is James?" "Nothing," said Mrs. Bella and sighed. "Please tell me, Mrs. Bella," said Julie. She sighed again and said, "I don't know where James is. Sometimes he just disappears. He'd come home late and ignore my questions and go to bed. I'll ask him the next day, but he never says anything. And I have only him, but He's behaving weirdly. I don't want to lose him. I lost everything except him. You remember the other day when he hurt his leg and you helped him get home? That day, he left home without telling me. I was so worried when I found he's not home. When I saw you, I was amazed because he has no friends. He never talks to anyone. He just always makes himself alone. He never shares anything with me. He barely speaks with me. I was so happy after seeing you because he has changed a lot. It's like you changed his life. It was very peaceful for me to see him going out every Sunday with you. Every Sunday, I can see him being very happy unlike other days. Thanks to you, he loves Sunday other than anything. He stopped disappearing after seeing you, but today again he is missing. He left home yesterday and he hasn't come back yet. Julie had no idea whether to be happy or to be sad. She had no idea James was like this. She was happy that James changed. At the same time, she was angry with James for not telling about anything. And also, when you were sick, Mrs. Bella continued. He was very afraid of losing you. So he stayed with you the whole night. He comforted Jade. He tried his best to make Jade happy. I've never seen him complimenting me, but when I cooked for you and Jade, he told me that I cooked well and asked me to cook for you every day. Now Julie knew how she should react. She said to herself, I should be angry with him for not telling me anything, but I shouldn't let Mrs. Bella know that I'm angry. That's it, guys. That's it for part 3. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to know what happened next in Julie's life, like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel. And I'd really like to see your comments. So please, guys, let me know what you think about this story in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next